Did I scare you?
Yes.
Yeah.
Probably didn't scare you as much as the Lakers' current record does. The Los Angeles Lakers have started the season 0-5 for just the second time in franchise history.
Choking, just like the Lakers.
That's Halloween for you. Are there any signs for life for the Lakers? Any signs of life for the Lakers? Or is it the dawn of the dead in L.A., Bobbert?
Okay, so what could the Lakers do to make this better? It's a matter of talks of, Terry Rozier, like getting maybe scary Terry in all of this.
Good one.
Possibly could help alleviate some of that, but at the end of the day, hey, they're going to be terrible, I think.
Justin.
Yes, I am also out on the Lakers. I'm out. I don't care anymore. But what is scary about this to me is if they're so bad that we wind up giving the New Orleans Pelicans Victor Wembanyama.
Yes.
It is the scariest.
That is why that would be the scariest thing outside of the Magic. That would be terrifying.
Yes, 100%.
That's game over.
That is a good point. I didn't include them in my little thing because I don't think the Lakers end up with the number 1 overall pick. At least I don't know. Holy crap, Trey.
So dawn of the dead until a trade happens. You got to get Russ out of there. You got to get some shooters in there. And until then, they're in trouble.
What could it possibly be?
The trade?
Yeah.
So the trade either needs to be Mike Conley, Jordan Clarkson,
Back
Rudy
to the
Gay?
Jazz,
for,
yeah.
Rudy Gay back there for Russ, or we could
And the picks?
Yeah.
Has
in
to
the
be the
picks.
picks.
I mean, Gordon Hayward's even saying trade for me. I mean, not saying do that, don't do that, but he could help.
I would like to say we would all.
We're scary.
You guys would like to say. I like what you said, Bob. It is Halloween. Go for Scary Terry and Gordon Hayward.
There you go.
Scary Terry is top 5 in the league in 3-point percentage right now. Gordon Hayward is always a great catch and shoot 3-point shooter. They don't need defense, which is what Miles Turner brings. He's not an outside threat anymore. He was in his first couple seasons. He's gone away from that. Buddy Hield is one of the top 15 3-point shooters in the league. But one guy is not going to do it for you. Mike Conley, love him, old.
What would they give Charlotte? Because that would screw Charlotte up.
Yeah.
The picks.
It's going so
It'd be
great.
bad.
Well, they would
Picks.
give him the picks. You got to give him the picks.
For sure. Yeah.
Because it's over in Charlotte. I mean, it's over in Charlotte.
Oh, man.
So they blow up their future
luck,
for
LaMelo.
a Band-Aid. I don't know if the Lakers will actually go for the Scary Terry thing. I think
Well-
there's like just take your licks, eat your crows.
You know what the real fix might be?
What's the real fix, Justin?
Trading Anthony Davis.
I had
like
that thought recently, and also people are floating that they should trade LeBron. And I got to be honest, at this point, I'm a LeBron guy first. I said it on the show a couple weeks ago. At this point, I don't know that it's the wrong move. But for who?
Scary
Exactly.
He would
Terry.
easily be the greatest player of all time ever traded.
Well, yeah.
No? Period.
Well, Kareem in his prime was a better player when he got traded.
Okay, sure.
But
Yeah. Good point. I agree. But yes, overall, I mean, here's the deal. Lakers suck. They're going to go freaking 4-21 or something crazy, and LeBron's going to be sitting there with a .12 win percentage as he passes Kareem in New York or something in the Garden, and it's going to be amazing and it's going to be glorious, and then he's going to go nap time, folks. So let's see what happens. But yeah, the Lakers are brutally bad. Okay, Halloween sure does bring out the monsters. And this Halloween is no different because the Milwaukee Bucks are quietly undefeated and sit atop the standings at 5-0. Two-time MVP Giannis Antetokounmpo just scored a career-high point total through a 4-game stretch, and the Bucks are showing no signs of slowing down, and yet no one's talking about it. Taking a look at their schedule, Bob, what will be Milwaukee's first loss?
So taking a look at it, Giannis obviously is leading the team in points and rebounds through the first 5, which is wild. But they barely squeaked out that first game against the 76ers. It was only a 2-point win. But looking at it, I don't think they're going to be able to match up with the Timberwolves this Friday, the 4th. I think first game of their season that they'll lose will be against the T-Wolves in Minnesota.
Justin?
I hear you. I'm big on the Timberwolves. I think they're great. I also am big on Giannis.
Here he
so I think
comes.
Giannis has a big. So, not there.
Okay.
Yeah, but I think they don't lose until they play Philadelphia again on November
Yes.
18th.
Yeah.
revenge game for Philadelphia. They kind of pull it together a little bit, and then bam, the first loss, because the Bucks don't want to like win the regular season. They want to win a title. Of
course.
So I mean, I don't even think they're trying hard to win games. They don't even have Chris Middleton back, and yet Giannis is second in the league in points and second in the league in rebounds per game. Like, it's crazy.
So they would go 14-0 to start the year before they lost to the Sixers.
I could see it going farther than that, but yeah.
That is just under a full month.
Yeah.
Trey.
They're gonna take their first loss tomorrow to the Young Pistons.
Oh, I love
yeah. They're gonna, if they don't lose tomorrow, they will lose on the 2nd. They have 2 nights in Detroit playing them. I think, with their young core with Cade. Cade played absolutely crazy the other night. Led his team in all categories, 35 points, 9 rebounds, and 8 assists.
That's MIP.
I look out for the Pistons. They're a scary young team.
Yeah.
I can see them losing one of those games in Detroit.
I
Also
thought so
kind of
too.
a trap game.
Yeah.
Because, you've got the top seeded Bucks going up against, like you said, potentially scary, but young.
Yeah. We don't know what
Detroit
to expect.
Pistons.
Yeah.
So I had the same thought that you had, Bob. I go Timberwolves, my eyebrows raised, and I go, oh. But the Bucks. We've talked about net rating. We've said the Suns. We've said the Cavs. Number 3 is the Bucks, and the Bucks are first in defensive rating by a whole point. 1.2 points per game. They're second in. They are first in rebounds per game, and they're top 5 in blocks per game. So the whole size disadvantage that we think that they might have, I don't think it's as legitimate as we might have thought just on paper. Giannis is horrifying. He looks like a monster. He looks like Frankenstein's monster, and I don't think that they. I think they get their first loss. Let me see what I had here. I think they go November 9th against OKC.
Okay.
It will be 6 games and 10 nights, which is a lot, but also there's a lot of games and a lot of nights for the league just as a whole. But the Thunder have been sneaking up on teams, and I was wrong. My BYB. I said that SGA's grade 2 MCL sprain would result in him missing 6 months. He came back the other night and had a all-star worthy performance. So
They do play them on the 5th. You know that, right?
I know, and that's why I think they'll get the better of
Got
them.
'em.
They'll probably blow them out, and then on the second time around, they'll go, okay, we can, and then that's what happens.
Interesting schedule because they squeeze in Atlanta in between there, and that was my second honorable mention was going to Atlanta and losing.
Yeah, I think that because it's in Oklahoma City, due to the travel schedule, due to the games in how many nights, that's what I'm thinking there. Okay, Number 3, we got to get it moving here, boys. In the preseason, many analysts picked the Clippers to be a Western Conference contender. Speaking of Halloween, spooky. Thus far, however, they have yet to get it together, sitting at 2-4. Are the Clippers doomed? Halloween, or will they figure it out, Bob?
They're not going to figure it out.
Woo!
I think people had a lot of this expectation on Kawhi. It was in San Antonio where he was diagnosed with actually a degenerative, essentially ailment, saying he will never essentially be to what he was ever again. His knees will never quite recover the way they need to be. And hey, he played 40 games over the last 3 years or something like that. I mean, it's unfortunate for Kawhi because he's such a prolific basketball player. And in his prime, he was one of the best. Someone who was built in a lab to counter the Kevin Durant's and extreme offensive players like a LeBron James. But he'll never reach that again, and it's so unfortunate. And Kawhi is such a good dude. But no, they probably will never. They won't figure it out this season, which is unfortunate.
J-Dog.
I have to agree with you, Bob. I was high on the Clippers. I think I'm out on the Clippers. I also think potentially we see a trade from the Clippers because they've been told by Kawhi, hey, this ain't going to get better. And they go, okay, this isn't going to get better. And they start to try and throw pieces back and try and get some of the picks that they gave up back for Paul George.
Interesting. Trey.
I think the Clippers are doomed as well. I mean, Paul George and Kawhi have to step it up. When you have Norman Powell and Luke Kennard leading your team in scoring the last couple games, that's just sad. And so, they're doomed.
I agree. I think until the Clippers move out of Crypto.com arena, it is over for the Clipper-roonies. Okay. Halloween. I see what you did there. Nice one. Okay, last one. This is the scariest one yet. the idea that Justin could be right. The Wizards sit at 3-2, even though they lost. They just lost, didn't they?
Yeah, they did.
3-3, and are top 10 in field goal percentage, blocks per game, and free throw percentage. Notice that I had to really dig deep for some stats for them to look good at. Is this the best jump scare ever? Are the Wizards a real NBA franchise, Bob? Let's go super fast.
You know, I'm going to go so fast. Sure. Justin, I want to give you as much time as possible to talk about them. Go for it.
Yeah, we are one piece away from dominating the Eastern Conference like no one's ever dominated it before, and that one piece is Giannis Antetokounmpo. But no, they just need somebody who can get some rebounds. That's all they need is some rebounds and some defense, and they're fine.
Trey.
No.
Yeah, no, they're not.